I wanna be with you. Ay, I wanna be with you. I wanna be with you. Ay, I wanna be with I'm on the way. We ain't got no time to waste. Papa, yo, come on the way. Am I in the way? I don't want pressure, you none. I want your blessing today. Oh, by the way, open the door by the way. Show you that I'm on the way. I'm on the way. I know connection is vague. Pick up the phone for me, babe.
What is up and what's going on, fellow fanatics? Appreciate everybody being here this morning. I did get my Michael tickets, so I'm going to go see Michael today, and I'm very, very, very excited about that, ready to see that. I want to get into a little bit more on Michael today as far as just another review. Not really even review. I wanted to go into what John was saying in his live stream the other day, what he said about Michael. So I want to get into that. I want to get into I Am Legend 2, which I was supposed to get into yesterday, but did not. I also want to talk about whatever this picture is going around of Sadie Sink. I guess it's supposedly Jean Grey. Looks like shit. We're going to talk about that as well. We'll look at the clip that was released for The Mandalorian and Grogu, and we'll also look at a clip that is from Lanterns. Well, not a clip, but a new look from Lanterns that was a TV spot from Lanterns that was released. So we'll talk about those things, get into all of that, and some more. So I appreciate it again, you guys being here. Appreciate it, Eugene. Appreciate Grand Regent Thrag. I have not, your name made me think about it. I have not seen the Invincible finale, but I'm going to watch it today. So I'm ready to see that also. Nova said, I heard they gave Michael 27% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's straight bullshit. Yeah. And like I said, we're going to get into just a few more of the review. Not a few more reviews, but John, what he said about it yesterday in his live stream. But yeah, they did give it a 27. I'm not sure where it currently is sitting as far as its score. These are from critics and things like that. So I've seen so many different things. I've seen people saying, don't these people the critics are judging the movie. Don't take it so personal. If you are a Michael Jackson fan, and however, I don't personally see it that way. I'm sure, I don't know how everybody else sees it. I don't personally see it that way from the critics. I'm seeing it as if it is an attack, because the only reason I'm saying that is because they are saying, the allegations. They shied away from the allegations. They played it too safe. They this and this and that. Again, well, if these are people that are journalists and are, I guess, in the movie space and cover these things closely, they would all know that the movie was chopped. And we all know this. The movie was chopped. They had to take out the 93 allegations because the family didn't want to be in the dramatization. This was something that was put in a long time ago. The Michael Jackson estate dropped the ball on it. So I'm sure in part 2, which is confirmed from my understanding, they do a Chris Evans doomsday type of Captain America will return at the end of Michael Jackson, at the end of Michael. So it says Michael will return in part two or whatever. So there's going to be a part two. There's two sets of allegations. There's the allegations from 93 and there's the allegations from 2005. So you'll get those. I'm sure they'll dive into that and feed all these weirdo that have this fixation and hunger to see. I don't know what might touch kids. I don't know. It's again, it's more telling to me, the people that are asking, where's the allegations? Why'd you shy away from the allegations and are so fixated on the allegations than they are with enjoying the movie. Also, something that's also very, very irritating to me with the reviews that I've been seeing are people saying, well, I didn't learn anything new about Mike in the biopic. There was nothing new shed to us. And I'm just confused on what people are wanting from this Michael Jackson biopic. I don't know if they're expecting this to be a literal Marvel film since they did the whole Michael will return at the end. And the only reason I say it to be a literal Marvel film is because maybe they're expecting twists and turns. This isn't a Spider-Man movie. This isn't Doomsday where our jaws are going to drop at, maybe a twist or a turn that we didn't expect. We know what Michael Jackson's life was like. So while you're walking into the theater as if and expecting, I don't know, maybe something to come out that he, I don't know, was he a drug addict? Was he, a slumlord? Did he live a espionage spy secret life? I don't know what they're expecting, but there are no twists, there are no turns, there is no new light being shed on a man's life that was public that you already know about. So when people are coming out of the Michael film saying, I didn't learn anything new, I I don't know what new you were expecting to learn. There's nothing new to learn. There's nothing new to learn. It is a story about a man's life that is very public. You can go see that. Boom. I mean, it's not. There's nothing new to learn. So I'm really confused by the people that are, are wanting to come out, I guess, with a twist or a turn in the Michael biopic. So it's yeah. So a lot of it's a little the same. Like I saw Andre commented on the video, the live stream from yesterday. He said the reading the reviews, it seems like Michael's being plagued by the same things that he was plagued with during life, and that is a lot of the just negative, the criticism, the bullshit that people are saying. It is what it is. But I think the audience score is going to be a lot different. I'm going to enjoy this movie tonight. I see it at 7, and then afterward, I'll either do a video of it or a short video of my review, or I'll go live, and talk about it with you guys. Not spoil anything, but again, I don't really know what can be spoiled. We know the man's life, but yeah. So I'll do that and then give some more reviews and whatever. Appreciate you, She'd being here. Appreciate you, Torn Rain Reloaded. Appreciate it. I am to Fly Cam. Appreciate you guys being here. Okay, let's see. We didn't get into I Am Legend yesterday, so I will go ahead and get into I Am Legend. So we were just funny enough, we were just talking about this on the Pantheon the other day. I was asking Marcus, I think we were talking about it, saying that we hadn't heard anything new about I Am Legend, saying we didn't even know if it was even going to be happening, all that stuff. So, but ironically, again, this yesterday, or it was either yesterday or Monday, something came up about it, that they had found their director. Michael B. Jordan is still very much involved, and this is happening. As I said the other day, I don't know if everybody knows this, Will Smith is my favorite actor. I love the man on film. I don't know so much about the antics and bullshit, like the stuff with Jada. I don't care fuck about all that stuff. But his career, he's my favorite actor. I think Will is great. What's up, Blue? Appreciate you being here. So let's see what they're saying here about I Am Legend. The first I Am Legend was phenomenal years ago. I think I was in middle school when it came out. Love that movie. Love that movie. Love the little alternate ending, and I love the original. Great movie. Sequel's long overdue. So let's see what they're saying here. It says back in 2007, I was in 7th grade, 6th or 7th grade. Will Smith wandered the blah. We know that. Okay. During the junket for Netflix Man on Fire remake, Collider Steve Someone spoke with Steve Capel Jr., who confirms he is officially developing an I Am Legend 2 for Warner Brothers, in addition to a handful of projects for Paramount. Capel made made his directorial debut with his 2016 crime drama The Land before moving on to take the reins of the Creed franchise from Ryan Coogler, directing 2018's Creed 2. Capel then took on the big genre franchise in the form of Transformers Rise of the Beast. Oh, he did that. Okay. Which he helmed for Paramount in 2003. Next up for Capel is the new Netflix adaptation of Man on Fire. Capel directed the first 2 episodes of the series and serves as the executive producer for the miniseries adaptation for the action thriller, which will premiere later this month. What do we know about I Am Legend 2? A loose adaptation of the classic 1954 Richard Matheson's novel of the same name, which was previously filmed in 1964 as The Last Man on Earth. In 1971, The Omega Man, and then it says I Am Legend, starred Smith as Robert Neville, who believed himself to be the last human survivor of the virus that killed 90% of the Earth's population and transformed the remainder into flesh-eating mutants. Back in 2024, it was reported that Capel was circling the project, as was star Michael B. Jordan, with Agva Goldsman, whoever that is, who penned the original film, returning to write the script. Cool, the writer. It goes on to say Smith is also reported to be involved with the project, which may confuse those who saw the film in theaters. In the version they saw, Robert Neville perished, sacrificed himself so the fellow survivors, Anna and Ethan, could escape. And I think they're going off the alternate ending, could escape with the cure for the virus. However, the film's original ending, or the original ending, not alternate, which was rejected by a test audience, Neville realizes that the infected are not the mindless monsters he believed them to be, and that they consider him to be a monster. Goldsman has revealed that the original ending, which is truer to the Matheson novel, will be considered canonical for I Am Legend 2. So that is where they're going to be picking up. I think that was something that was even revealed when they said this back in 2024, because people were confused how Will Smith was involved. But they said, especially, again, those that did not see the, I guess, original ending, not alternate ending. So yeah, it's they're picking up where it left off there. That's going to be the canonical ending. So the ending that everybody saw in theaters does not matter. They're picking up there and going to be with Michael B. So I don't know if there's another synopsis, or if there's a synopsis here. Let me see if they have one. I'm Legend 2 will follow the blah, 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 blah. Set in the world, blah, 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 blah. No. So nothing really. Yeah, nothing really there for it. But no, I would. What the fuck? Yeah, I would like to see. I would like to see it again. Really love that movie. The first one's really good. Will Smith is one of my favorite actors. Michael B. Jordan is getting a lot of good work, and I'm liking to see Michael B. Jordan. Like Michael B. Jordan is a lot too. Don't know who he's playing. I would like to know that. That's why I'd like to see some type of synopsis or something. Don't know who he's playing. Maybe he's another person that survived. We know that other people did survive if you, again, saw the alternate ending of it. But yeah, I Am Legend is great. I Am Legend is great. Will Smith is great. Let me see if I can actually pull that.
Daniel RPK had the Black community buzzing this week because he dropped.
That's Tina, everyone. Let me see. I Am Legend ending versus original. All right. This is the alternate ending.
Open the door, please.
Watch the fucking. No, that's not it. I thought they like left and went to that like colony or whatever. Yeah, they like left and like went to.
Let me save you! Let me save you!
Okay, yeah, they like left and went to this colony out here. So they did get out.
With Dr. Robert Neville and a boy named Ethan.
I think that's what happened. So he opens the, I haven't seen the movie in a while. He opens the door. He comes in, he grabs his lady mutant monster thing, and then he leaves. That's the ending there, instead of the ending that was in theaters. It's all coming back to me now. The ending that was in theaters, I guess, when he like ran at him after he, the monster mutant dude was trying to get through the glass. He kept running into it, running his head through it. Then he finally got through, and then I think either Will's character had a bomb, or I think it was a bomb. I think that's what it was. But yeah, that was it. He left with her. They went to I thought there was a colony, but maybe I was wrong. Maybe that was in the ending with her alone. She went to the colony, or found the colony, or whatever, of people. So there are other people. We do know that. So maybe Michael B. Jordan's character is playing one of the people that also survived. So we'll see who he is playing, but there's nothing else on it besides that. So the only thing here that we really know is that it's happening. Like I said, if you saw the Pantheon the other night, we were talking about it, and we didn't know if it was still even going on because we hadn't heard anything about it. But director over Creed is taking over. Will is involved. Michael B. Jordan will be there. Should be a good time. So if you're excited for I Am Legend, or you're an I Am Legend fan, let me know if you're going to be checking that one out. All right, let's go to this though. Let's go over to John. John yesterday on his show they talked about Michael. They talked about the reviews. He went over some of the reviews and things that we read over on the live stream yesterday. But this is what he's talking about. Let's hear what John said.
I've really had high on my radar has been Antoine Fuqua's rendition of the new biopic, Michael, about Michael Jackson. I think the previews have been fantastic. I've loved the trailers. I've been really looking forward to seeing this movie. I've predicted this could solidly be, depending if the movie turned out great or not, but it could easily be $1 billion film. And I've stood by that, and I'm going to go see it tomorrow night. Got my tickets to an advanced fan screening tomorrow night. I know a bunch of you guys watching probably have tickets to that one too. Really looking forward to it. Well, the reviews are out. And despite the fact that this is one of those movies that critics love to love and have been really excited about and have been looking forward to, as of this recording, the Michael movie is holding a 31%.
I can't say though that, because there were people that were dogging it before. And I don't know if these were the critic, obviously maybe not these critics, but people were dogging it before. So I don't know about it being like out of the woods of being able to from just haters, basically. Basically, that's what it is. Basically, that's what it is.
On Rotten Tomatoes. By the time you watch this, might be a little lower, might be a little higher. Not good. Not good. We'll talk about maybe why, but here's what some of the critics are saying. We jump over here. We start with We Live Entertainment writes, it treats Michael with a high level of respect to a fault, barely skimming the surface of many of his more interesting ideas, and ultimately serves as a half movie. A half movie is a criticism we'll hear a lot of. Consequence wrote, this is a movie terrified to explore the interiority of its protagonist, and that approach will work just fine for the fans who just want to watch an uncomplicated ramble of a movie that plays all the hits. Jellyfish Films writes, it's impossible to picture anyone else in the role. Jafar Jackson delivers a performance tailor-made for fans of the King of Pop. By the way, that is also a consistent throughout all the reviews that I've read, was that everybody seems to think Jafar Jackson did a great job in the movie. Anyway, our friend Fred Topple over at United Press wrote, far from the first musician biopic to use the familiar shortcuts and cliches to chronicle an artist's life and career. However, those cliches have gotten a lot funnier to notice since Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story, parodied them in 2007. Film Verdict wrote, where Fuqua and his team are allowed to shine is the evocation of some of the most exciting musical moments from Jackson's career. But the rest of Michael is utterly empty, even by biopic standards. Lyle's Movie Files really liked it, said this sparkly kid gloves treatment of a creative wonder kid whose own demons don't get explored in this chapter might be off-putting for some viewers, but for those who want to see the pop icon's early years, likely won't want it to stop.
And that's the, I mean, again, this is where my confusion comes in. We are talking about Michael's early life here, where Michael was W after W after W. I mean, he couldn't lose. Michael was everywhere. He was the biggest entertainer in the world. I mean, he was coming off the heels of Off the Wall. He was coming off of Thriller. He was coming. I mean, he was everywhere. The Grammy wins. I mean, just everything all the way leading up till Bad. Michael was on top of the world. So it's not as if there's anything to dig deep into. It's not as if there were like, he wasn't, this isn't an, and when I say this, I'm not saying this to be disrespectful because I do like her as well. And I like her music and I liked her biopic. This isn't an Amy Winehouse story. This isn't like something where you have this star who's beloved and then spirals down this. There's no spiral. There's nothing to dig into. So when they say things like, for the viewers, it might be off-putting. What do you say? What do they say? The sparkling kid gloves treatment of a creative wonderkind whose own demons don't get explored. Okay, well, there's no demons to really explore in those early years outside of him not liking his own looks, his relationship with his father. Those are two things that are mentioned in the film or talked about or worked around in the film or whatever. Trying to find himself and then wanting to go solo. I mean, I don't know what, there's nothing else to get into from the time we pick up with Mike to the time they leave off with him. Now, of course, you have the 93 allegations, but we all know why that can't be in there. So there's nothing to dig into. So I'm confused. It doesn't make sense.
Movie Maker wrote, it basks, I should say, in the glory years, a greatest hits montage where we remember the king of pop best. For some, that's more than enough to satisfy their need as a film, but one wonders whether Michael deserved a better biopic than this. A Film Maven liked it. They wrote, it's very much, I don't even know what to say about that. Hagiography, a swathed in glitter and flash, and in the moment, it does what it sets out to do. Just don't expect to walk away learning anything new. Only established Jackson fans need apply.
See, and then that's probably my biggest issue with every review that I've seen that says that. Don't expect to walk away learning anything new. Only established Jackson fans need apply. What the fuck new are you walking away learning? Are you trying to go? Are they thinking they're going to sit down and Michael and this is going to be some in-game ass twist? There's no twists. There's no turns. There's no jaw-dropping moments outside the ones that aren't aware of how Joe treated them. Your jaw might drop at some of the things that are said, or maybe somebody getting hit or whatever like that. But there are no jaw-dropping moments. There's nothing new to learn. So when they say don't expect to learn anything new, well, no shit. What new would you learn? The man's life is Googleable. There is nothing fucking new to learn about Michael Jackson from his life that we pick up with when they are the Jackson 5 to where we leave off with him in the 80s before or starting the Bad tour. There's nothing new to learn. I mean, again, I don't know what you're expecting. Maybe I keep saying this. Maybe they're expecting some drug story, or he was addicted to drugs, or he was a secret spy, or maybe he really was a part of the Men in Black. I mean, I don't know what they were expecting, but there's no twist. There's nothing new to learn. So that's crazy. It's a crazy review.
And it goes on and on.
Only established Jackson fans, so like a billion people.
Yeah. Maybe more hardcore. Yeah. So the general sense that I got through reading, I didn't read through all 100 of them. I read through about 50, 60 of them. The general sense that I got was it's incredibly surface level. It doesn't dive deep into even that era's, the person of whom Michael was. A lot of people criticize that it really does. Now, you understand the movie got chopped in half. But we've seen others do that and still make each movie feel like a complete movie. And a lot of people I've read were complaining it just feels very much like a half a movie. Doesn't feel like a full movie. A lot of people complaining about overuse of cliches. And again, just very surface level. But if you're just a big, huge fan of Michael Jackson, you want to go hear the big hits, then this might be enough for you. Look, I have not seen the movie myself. I am very excited to see the movie. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Like I said, Ann and I are going to go watch it tomorrow night. And the main reason I've had a lot of faith in this movie is simply because of Antoine Fuqua. I think he's a tremendous director. Not a perfect director. He hasn't made, not everything he's made that I love, but, you know, I've got a lot of faith in him. So hearing these criticisms from people, by the way, a couple of these people,
they do.
I know have been dying to see this movie. Like, you got to understand, guys, like some of the harsher reviews are coming from people who were cheering hard for this movie, like really excited about it. And they walked away disappointed. And I don't know if I will or not. Maybe, hopefully I'll love it.
But a lot of them are walking away disappointed that allegations weren't shown. And again, I think that's telling in itself that you are so fixated on that and want to see that. I mean, again, I get it. It's a part of the story, but you get two parts. You get two parts. If anybody did their journalistic investigation or whatever, they would know the movie, as he just said, was chopped. You could not do the 93 allegations because of the legal shit. So, like, if you're so hungry for that part of it, wait for the second part. You'll get it. 2005.
But it makes me wonder. You can't look past the fact that this was a movie that was practically finished when they found out they had to scrap it and go back to the drawing board because the Michael Jackson estate did an oopsie and forgot to tell the producers that they weren't allowed to use an entire segment of the movie in the movie. That was not the studio's fault. It was not Antoine Fuqua's fault. That was the Michael Jackson estate's fault. And they had to go back to the drawing board, re-envision it, ultimately deciding to make it 2 films, all that kind of stuff. And I cannot help but wonder, again, as somebody who has not seen the movie yet, so I don't know how I'm going to feel about it. But one can't help but wonder if, you know, Rob, if a lot of these criticisms...
Rob is going to hit the nail on the motherfucking head. The nail on the head. Oftentimes Rob does. Oftentimes I don't. It's not always that I agree with Rob, but oftentimes, especially before Rob left the show and then came back, before he left, he was on a lot with a lot of stuff. I didn't agree with him a lot of the stuff on that Wakanda Forever stuff. He was on my nerves with that during that time. But he hits this nail right on the head.
Come out of the fact that this was a movie that had a major wrench thrown in its gears in its life cycle of trying to come to the screen, and it got delayed and all that kind of stuff. So, or maybe it was just Antoine Fuqua having a bad day at the office. Every director's had one. I mean, I don't know. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor today's video, Hims. I know a lot of us have weight loss goals, but actually visit hims.com. What we're hearing so far, and what do you think might be behind that?
Well, I mean, if you really think about the period of time, I guess this movie covers his early years with the Jackson 5 and dealing with his abusive father, and it goes all the way up through Bad, which is Bad, I think, came out in 87. The album was released in 87.
Somewhere around there.
So it covers that period of time.
When did Thriller come out?
Early 80s.
It's like 84.
Okay, right.
Because I think it's 83. It was like there was Off the Wall, then there was Thriller. But you know,
82. November 30th, 82. So just about 83.
Yeah. So the thing about that period of his time, I mean, yes, he has an abusive father, but Michael Jackson's life was pretty blessed. I mean, in terms of that period of time when he had the biggest albums in history and was making Thriller and was in Captain EO and did all this great stuff. Now, I understand. I mean, obviously, he had some image problems. I know they deal with in the movie.
That's
like
one.
when he
They talk about that, though.
his skin issues and his identity issues and
There's
his
nothing to
plastic
get
surgery
into.
and all that. Those would be interesting things to delve into that maybe came out of his perfectionism, but it's not like, he spiraled into becoming a heroin addict.
Come on, Rob.
Or something like that. I mean, what
on.
happened later was sordid, and what really happened we'll probably never know. And it was unsavory. I just think this is a hard subject. I mean, Johnny Cash sang Folsom Prison Blues. He was always he was a different kind of a guy. So walk the line. But Michael Jackson, I think it's a harder thing to deal with because his public persona, until he had these issues, he was a superstar. He was like a god amongst men.
Come on.
So I don't know what more we're supposed to get because I don't know how much there was really under the surface to begin with.
Thank you.
In terms of the tour, we're so used to, like you point out so often, and it's so true, musical biopics follow the same trajectory. And I noticed Graham King, who produced this, also produced Bohemian Rhapsody. And that movie was criticized for not being as hard-hitting or delving into
all of Freddie Mercury.
Bohemian Rhapsody was a very well-received film.
Yeah.
It was a very well-received film, but however, I do remember, I know what Rob's talking about. They didn't dive into all of, they touched on Freddie Mercury shit, but they didn't delve deep into it, I guess, like the way that people are wanting them to delve deep into Michael stuff. They touch on, like Rob just said, the man was on top of the world. And at that time, there was just nothing. There was nothing that, besides tabloid bullshit, rumors or whatever, or there was nothing like about Mike. There just wasn't. So there was nothing to get into. So it's very, very interesting.
It was.
Yes.
And but it also, it was also controlled by the band, by the rest of Queen.
Yeah.
And Graham King made it. And I'll tell you something, maybe this is a celebration of Michael Jackson's work and life.
I think that's basically what it is. I think he nailed it.
And I think in that case, I'm excited to see it because it looks like it's a beautifully crafted recreation of all these events that I lived through. And again, like you, I don't know how I'm going to feel about it, but I still want to see it.
Yeah. This happens all the time. All of us as film fans are guilty of this. I'm already seeing people jumping to make excuses. Like I've seen a lot. I've seen the narrative
now
going
this
around
part
about
from John is
critics
bullshit.
Just wanted them to go into the legal accusations. That's what, and because they didn't go into that, that's why the critics didn't like it. Guys, I've read through a little over 50 of the reviews. I've not seen one critic mention that.
Okay, and I hate when John plays this selective ass bullshit that he does. Like, he'll say, "I've read through." You read through 50 of the Rotten Tomato reviews. Maybe they don't mention the allegations, but the critics that are putting their stuff online on the TikTok videos or whatever, those people are mentioning the allegations. I've seen more mentions about the allegations not being in the film than I have about the film just being, I guess, flat or a half film or whatever the other criticisms are. I've seen more about the allegations the lack thereof of the allegations being in the film than anything. So again, this bullshit game that John likes to play, it irritates me. It's like he's on the Michael Jackson side. He wants his film to do good. He loves Michael Jackson. But then it irritates me when he negates the facts. Fact is, you read 50 reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. You have not read all of them. And that's what's irritating.
Not one. Every critic is plugged into the industry, and they knew going into it that this movie happens before a lot of those events. So there's no reason it would have touched on that. I'm not saying there are zero film critics out there that don't mention it. I'm just saying I've read through about 50 of them.
And that's
and
where
not a single one of them have said,
I read 50.
I didn't like this because they didn't go into the legal accusations. Not a single one. So please stop making excuses.
It's not,
all right.
Oh my God, not an
you may
excuse.
go see the movie and love
Not
it.
an excuse.
And I may go see the movie and love it. I hope this is a situation like Venom. Because remember, the critics didn't like Venom. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. So hopefully that'll be here. But I mean, all I'm saying is, guys, remember, you're talking about, I know for a fact most of these critics wanted to love this movie.
John doesn't know that.
And they have been cheering for this movie.
John doesn't know that bullshit. He doesn't know that bullshit. He does not know for a fact that the critics on Rotten Tomatoes were rooting for this. I'm not saying John doesn't know these people. I don't know who the fuck John knows. But I can tell you, I do know this. John doesn't know every single person in that Rotten Tomatoes deal or whatever that, and saying that they were rooting for it. Like he doesn't know that. He doesn't know that.
This is the type of movie that film critics love. This is their jam. This is their kind of thing. And if they're walking away from it, people who are excited about it and wanted to see it and totally understood it's about the first half of his career and all that kind of stuff, if they're walking away from it and saying, we didn't think it was very good, it does make me a little concerned. It makes me a little worried.
Questlove, who I am a huge fan of, and I have the utmost respect. He's got a new documentary coming out, I think, about Earth, Wind, and Fire. I can't wait to see. He made a post, I believe it was on Facebook, that was very complimentary and spoke in ways about why this movie is important and what it represents and how it celebrates the work and the art that I thought was pretty good too. And so, I trust in Questlove.
Yeah. So again, I'm excited to see it. I've been excited to watch it. I'm still excited to go see it. I will go in with my expectations tempered a little bit. Again, listen, not a lot of movies go through the type of drama that this movie had to go through to get made. Like literally finishing filming and then having to scrap the entire third act and go back and redo everything and then dividing it into, I don't know how you do it. I think if this movie's any good at all, it's a miracle.
And it's two studios. It's Lionsgate and Universal. And I'd love to see this movie do well for both of their
film. I might not get to that level, but
if it becomes a family hit.
Yeah. Anyway, I thought Rob's what he said was great. I thought what John said at the beginning, some of that stuff, he's just being excited about seeing it being $1 billion film. I think he says that later on as they're closing. But the main part of that, I thought what Rob said again was great. It was great because there is nothing. Like he said, the man was on top of the world. People are looking for something where there's nothing, and it just doesn't matter. So I'm looking at the walk-up traffic here for Michael. I'm looking at the people that are going to be seeing it tonight, the people that are going to see it Thursday, the people that'll see it through the weekend, and then things like that. The general audience, I really could care less what the critics are saying about Michael, as outside of the tired generic. I've seen this one over and over. Keep saying it. Nothing new to learn. Well, duh. So, yeah. Anyway, I guess Clayface. I was hoping Clayface, the trailer, was going to be out during the stream, but I guess it's not coming out until 3 p.m. But they did release a poster. This is the poster for it. Interesting. This person says, doesn't look like Clayface at all, but gun fangirls will eat up anything. And says he saved the DC. Yeah. So I said, what the fuck? Someone said, so fucking cool, interesting, OMG. Yeah, we'll see. I want to see the trailer. I didn't want to see the trailer. I was hoping it was going to come out during the stream, but they're saying 3 p.m. Eastern, so that would be 2 p.m. my time. So yeah, no Clayface poster. We can get into the other things. Since we're on DC, talking DC, this was some bullshit too. I don't even want to play it because it's gonna piss me off. We got a new TV spot here, 30-second TV spot for the Lantern. So let's check it out.
Oath is to the Green Lantern's oath is to protect people. I do a better job of this than you.
That ain't changing.
Who are you exactly?
Hal Jordan, Green Lantern.
Just quick here. I want to see something. I just want to see something.
You'd be Mrs. Dutton.
I would.
Seems we're neighbors. I've acquired the Strafford Ranch.
Well, this is the Yellowstone.
Greed will be the thing that kills us all.
I just wanted to see something because outside of Hal flying, there's no difference in this trailer and that one. And obviously the dialogue and things like that, but the tone, the aesthetic of it is all the same. I just wanted to see. I'm still not impressed with anything that I've seen from Lanterns. And granted, we've not seen much, so can't really say that. Haven't seen much from Lanterns, but with what I have seen, I am not impressed with Lanterns. Yeah, I'm not impressed with Lanterns. I'm gonna be honest with you. That poster for Clayface didn't do anything for me either. I'm thinking this is what I want. Everybody's like, what do you want from DC? Let Gunn cook. Give him some time. All right. Did I bookmark it or did I not bookmark it? Did I like it? Damn, where is it? I guess I didn't bookmark it. I thought I liked it. I'll find it really quick. I'm not gonna find it. It's not even in the. Anyway, it was the animated show, but it was Clayface and Batman and Clayface fighting Batman, and I was just watching that and thinking, "Oh, this is so cool! I haven't seen this in so long from the animated show." But that's just not going to be the case in the show or the movie. There will be no Batman. This is more of a character study, apparently, from what Tina was describing. What did she say? She said, "Think Joker." It's more of that. So there is no Batman. It's but this is in the DCU. So this Clayface is a part of the same universe that Corn Sweat Superman is in, that Nicholas Holtz, Guy Gardner is in, or not Nicholas Holtz, Guy Gardner, Nicholas Holtz, Lex Luthor is in, and all the rest of them, Guy Gardner, everybody else. So this character is in that same universe. We'll see. Again, I was hoping the trailer was going to come out during the stream. We'll see what it's going to look like. But I'm not. I saw Torian said, "Am I excited for Batman?" Hell to the no. But I know that's coming. I know that he's not joking about that. So, just the clip again here of wherever it was. The clip again here from the show.
The Green Lantern's oath is to protect people. I do a better job of this than you.
This is my job. That ain't changing.
Who are you exactly?
Hal Jordan, Green Lantern.
The Green Lantern's
Oh no, not
oath.
again. Not again. Nah, bro. I'm just not excited. That still has done nothing for me. When does this show come out? When does Green Lanterns come out? Is it when the hell does this show come out? They don't have a release date yet. Just 2026. Late summer. So it comes out soon, fairly soon, late summer. Yeah, like I said, I'm still not excited for this. This does not move the needle for me. Hopefully we get a better trailer in the second trailer, if there is a second trailer. But this has just still not moved the needle for me. Again, as I've said many times, I'm just sick and tired of my superhero shows not having super. Just kind of, I'm over it. So that does not excite me at all. And James Gunn, He's working on Man of Tomorrow right now. We got the logo for that a few days ago. I liked Superman, so I'm optimistic and hopeful for Man of Tomorrow. I don't dislike Gunn, as I've said many times. I just think Gunn does stupid shit. I think he does stupid shit. Now, granted, this is Gunn's not directing this or anything like that, but this just doesn't move the needle for me at all. Let me go to the comments here because I didn't go to some of these. Torian asked, was I dressing up for Michael? I have a shirt. I have a shirt that I'm wearing. And then Jabari asked me, I think it's fair how they're depicting Joe. Yeah, I think it's fair. If anybody watched the Jackson's The American Dream TV1 movie, I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know how the difference is from Joe from that movie and Joe played by Coleman Domingo in this film. But Joe, they depicted him pretty evil in that as well. I'm not going to go as far as say like Joe is a villain. He had a thought and a plan for his family. He had an idea that he, saw possibly as generational, things like that. Were his methods the wrong way about going about it? Yeah. But at the end of the day, that family has generational wealth and will forever be the Jacksons. Let's see. Current Vision Thwag said it just seems underwhelming. Yeah, it does. I Am Too Fly said, so the criticism is it looks Western besides the flying. Yeah, that's my criticism. My criticism is it looks like it's not a superhero show. I mean, I can play it again. Let's play it one more time. You guys tell me what superheroism what do you guys see in this that if you didn't know that this was a DC show, if you were just sitting on your couch, the days, let's go back to, I don't know how old everybody was. So I'm going to go back to middle school for me. 2006 through 2008. I'm sitting on my couch watching TV. My life's just passing me by. And all of a sudden, on the TV comes a commercial because back in those days when I was in middle school, there was MySpace. So it wasn't like I had Instagram or Twitter or all these different forums that were dumping movie information and things like that, leaks and blah, blah, blah. If you didn't see it on TV, you didn't see it. So commercial comes out, first time watching it. And at the very end of the commercial, it tells you, of course, hey, DC Lanterns. If this is the commercial that you see for the first time without ever knowing that this was a DC show, you're lying if you tell me that you think that this would be a superhero show.
The Green Lantern's oath is to protect people. I do a better job of this than you.
That ain't changing.
Who are you exactly?
Hal Jordan, Green Lantern.
Sitting on your couch, you see that for the first time. And let's take it a step further, because he does say Green Lantern's in there. Let's take it a step further. Let's say you don't even know what DC is. Let's say this is DC's first time rolling out something. Does that look like a superhero show to you for the very first time that you've seen that commercial? That looks superhero to you? It doesn't to me. It doesn't to me. Let's see if I can find an example. Let's see. Let me think. Let's see. Let's take a gander here. And I just pulled this up. I haven't seen this. I don't know, but I would expect it's
When I was a kid, I used to dream what it would be like to live somewhere far away from Hell's Kitchen. But I realized the city was a part of me. It was in my blood. And I would do anything to make it a better place.
Good and evil. Sometimes the difference between the two is a sharp line. Sometimes it's a blur. Sometimes we have to do things outside of the law.
We're gonna make a difference. I know it doesn't feel like it sometimes, but we are.
You're blind, but you see so much.
I hear things.
You know what they call stuff like that? Gifts. I'm gonna train you. Use it.
There are other ways to see.
I don't see the city anymore.
Each breath you take is mine.
There's only dark corners.
I'll keep you safe, Karen. I have to be the man this city needs.
What are you gonna do?
Whatever it takes.
We fight every night for something. When the sun sets, we're both the same.
You and I have a lot in common. We're nothing alike.
We can't go back for nothing. Take what you need, say of it.
Another man's evil does not make you good.
I respect your conviction. The lone man thinks he can make a difference.
This darkness is the light.
I'm just trying to make my city a better place.
What felt more like a superhero show to you? And I can let's go a step even further before I even address the comments. Let's go a step even further.
I know what this place is.
The timekeepers have built quite the circus. And I see the clowns are playing their parts to perfection. Big metaphor guy. I love it. Makes you sound super smart. I am smart. I know. Okay. Okay.
Please sign to verify this is everything you've ever said.
This is absurd.
Sign this too.
We protect the proper flow of time.
You picked up the Tesseract, breaking reality.
I want you to help us fix it.
Why me?
I need your unique Loki perspective.
Do I get a weapon?
Yeah.
You really believe in this Loki variant?
Luckily, he believes in himself enough for the both of us.
Why? It is adorable that you think you could possibly manipulate me. I'm 10 steps ahead of you.
You're not big on trust, are you?
You can trust me.
Loki, I've studied almost every moment of your entire life. You've literally stabbed people in the back like 50 times. Why never do it again?
Y'all are funny. Y'all are funny. Y'all are funny. Y'all are funny. And I like the back and forth. I think it's fun. But y'all are funny. If you think that the two trailers that I just showed you or anything like that trailer from Lanterns, you're smoking dick. That's crazy. There's no, because it's not. It's not. That looked like superhero stuff. Daredevil looked like superhero stuff. Loki looked like it was going to be superhero stuff. Lanterns. Now, to go up here, let's address this. Let's start with the comments. I know Battery's going to say it looks good. He's excited for it. That's great. What did he tell me? He said, there we go. No super. A man's literally flying in the trailer, Darius. I see a man flying. What would your DC look like if you were James Gunn? Oh, I mean, I've answered that a million times. It would look like the Justice League. It would look like the fucking League. It would look like spectacle. It would look like, I don't know. My perfect is Young Justice. My perfect like example for how I would operate a universe is Young Justice. Right to Grounded. Xavier said, I would definitely think, oh, great, another True Detective show. Yeah, I would think that too. Arthur says, but Darius, you hated Wonder Man. It's hard to trust your judgment on these shows. I'm excited for Lanterns. You don't have to trust my judgment. You don't have to trust my judgment. I mean, here's the thing. I'm not even going to dive into Wonder Man. Not going to do it. But that's another show where there's superhero shit not taking place. But it's a superhero show. Hey, but again, if those are the type of shows and movies you like, then then I'm sure you had to have enjoyed these last couple of years of Marvel. These last couple of years of Marvel for you had been like highest of highs. Because if you enjoyed this type of stuff, then there's nothing Marvel's done these past 5 years that have been like, oh, that's terrible. Because it's all been like Wonder Man. Besides the few gems that are in the multiverse saga. It's all been like Wonder Man. So you've really enjoyed the multiverse saga without the multiverse. Let's see. Cleve said, even the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern trailer looks better than the new one. You know what? For shits and giggles. For shits and motherfucking giggles. For shits and giggles.
Sorry, I gotta run. Make yourself at home, okay? There's water in the tap.
Hal, you're late. This test today, it's important.
I'm gonna make you look good up there, don't worry. Now let's get these pants off and fly some planes. When I'm flying, it feels like anything is possible. It's like no matter how bad things get, there's something good out there, just over the horizon.
This movie's so shit. Holy shit, an alien in a Green Lanterns project? But no way.
Your name.
Hal Jordan.
The ring. It chose you. Use its power.
Oh my gosh.
Our universe.
Actual superhero shit happening.
Become a Green Lantern.
Whoa!
The ring comes a great responsibility. Responsibility? You? Let's hope so. Anything I see in my mind, I can create.
Whoa!
The
He
one thing
used
that
the
a Green Lantern
ring!
is supposed to be is fearless. That isn't me.
You had the ability to overcome fear.
He's glowing and flying with the suit on.
Wow. I know, right? Woo!
What happens now? You go look for trouble. Brightest day, blackest night.
Oh my God, they're saying it. Yeah. Yeah. That movie's terrible, but that trailer is way better than that Lanterns trailer that HBO shit out. What else is, let's see. Got me ready. Yeah. But that was a TV spot. This is a full trailer. Little unfair comparison. All right. I'll bite. I'll play along. Let's not do the TV spot. Was the full trailer. That was the full trailer. And out of the Loki trailer, out of the Daredevil trailer, and out of the Ryan Reynolds Lanterns trailer, they all did superhero shit because they're superhero projects. Nah, I haven't seen the show yet. I have not seen the show yet. And who knows, maybe when I see the show again, like I said, I'll eat crow. If the show is great, I'll come on here and be like, I was wrong. I dogged the show based off of the trailer they gave me. I don't know why you guys keep saying that too. Like I'm going to get to Arthur's comment down there at the bottom, but I did see it. Man's dog in the trailer and hasn't even seen the show. I've seen the trailer. Or dog in the show and haven't seen the trailer. Dog in the show and haven't seen the show yet, or whatever you said. I've seen the trailer. And that's what was presented to me to base my opinion off of. So, hey, I'm going to base my opinion off of the 2-minute slop that they gave me. Again, if you go to, I pulled it up. It's Yellowstone. Outside of Hal flying, there is no superhero things that take place in that trailer. Netflix was cooking during that time. Pluto said, LOL, I still have more faith in that Lanterns will be better show, even though the marketing isn't helping. HBO just notoriously loves to hold back on trailers for new shows and rely on brand recognition. Well, I hope that works for them. I really do. And I like HBO. I think HBO does give great shows. I think House of Dragon's great. Obviously, Game of Thrones, that's before HBO. Game of Thrones, Knights of Seven Kingdoms was just really good. The Last of Us, that first season was good. That second season, have we gotten a second season yet? Yeah, the second season was okay, I think. The third season is following Oh Girl. Yeah, Euphoria. That's right on the screen. Great. I mean, the HBO has some great shit. So I'm not saying, I mean, I don't know that Lanterns is going to be good or bad. I'm saying based on what I see now, it doesn't look good. Loki show was mid as fuck, but okay, sir. Loki in this hand. Loki trailer. Okay, again, not having. Let's pretend we hadn't seen Loki. I haven't seen Loki. You haven't seen Loki. I haven't seen Lanterns. You haven't seen Lanterns, which is real. But let's say that this was these two trailers were shown in front of a big audience. Loki in one hand, Lanterns in the other. If they show those trailers to an audience, and we're presuming the audience hasn't seen either show, what show do you think the audience would say they're most excited for? And Loki was not mid. Loki was one of the few gems within the multiversal saga. Pluto said their best promotional tool is going to be House of Dragon, where they tease it to follow up the finale. We'll see. Lawrence said all the main characters would get projects first, not Jimmy. Yeah, that would be my, yeah. If we're talking about my idea of what DC would look like, yeah, bro. I really don't even know how it's like hard to kind of wrap your brain around or anything like that. I don't know why you wouldn't go heavy hitters. I don't know. I really don't even know no better way to explain it. Justice League Unlimited, yeah. Arthur from the top rope. Let's see. LOL, Darius getting a stretch in before these comments. Dwayne said it doesn't look like a superhero movie. It looks like a low-budget sci-fi movie on Amazon. I didn't even get the sci-fi out of it. Outside of take away Hal flying. Take away him flying. Take away the flying of Hal. It doesn't look like a sci-fi show. Like, brother, where are y'all getting that? Where are y'all getting that? Am I missing it?
Teacher.
Where is the sci-fi?
To protect.
I'm trying to find it. It's not there.
I'm the only hero.
Not there. Because it doesn't exist. Man, I'm trying to find what y'all are finding. Noah Dragon said the BVS trailer is more superhero trailer than the Lanterns. Oh. Andre said they should be able to make great superhero shows and have amazing writing that makes you feel like you're watching superheroes. Yeah, they should. But I felt as if I'm, again, going into Yellowstone or some type of Western shoot 'em up. The Hateful Eight. I don't know. They use the grounded excuse to be cheap. I want my Green Lanterns to be cosmic and earthbound. I have faith by episodes. Man, I guess that's my issue too. I'm so sick of like, oh man, now we just watched 45 minutes to an hour. Gotta wait another week. Damn, what another wasted episode. Gotta wait another week. By episode 5 with 3 episodes left, it's like, yes, they finally picked up, but we just gave them 4 weeks. Anyway, get cosmic or comic elements, kind of like how Watchmen got crazy by midpoint. If I'm wrong, then I'll be here to give you your flowers. And same, if I'm wrong, trust me, guys, if I'm wrong, I'm going to eat crow. I've already said that. And I have no issue doing that ever. I have no issue doing that. If I'm wrong, I will come on here and be like, I was fucking wrong. Lanterns is the shit. It's great. It's what I want in DC. But that remains to be seen. Okay, you're going to look silly when there's aliens and lanterns. Hey, I didn't say there weren't going to be aliens and lanterns. The damn showrunner even said that there's going to be some space stuff. My thing is, where are these aliens at? Are there going to be aliens like all throughout the show? Or are you showing them up? Are they showing up the last episode? Because that doesn't count, buddy. If they show up in the last episode, that does not count. That doesn't count as aliens in the show. That counts as aliens in the last episode. But if the aliens aren't throughout the show, it's not an alien show. Right now, they're hunting tumbleweeds as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, that was him. Oh, there it is. This man hasn't seen the show. He's dogging out. Not even. Am I dogging out? Not even. I'm not. I'm giving you my opinion based on the 2 minutes that is given to us. Now, if you guys have another clip or another trailer that I have not seen, because again, I can only base it off of the trailer I've seen, off of the 30-second clip or TV spot we've now seen. Is there another trailer I haven't seen? Is there another TV spot that maybe you can send me a link to that I can pull up on stream here? We can all watch together, because I can only judge it off of what I've seen. So I'm not dogging out. I'm not dogging it. I'm judging it. I'm giving my opinion on what I've seen. And what I've seen is Yellowstone. I'm not going to lie. This is much better, but I still need more superhero. What up, Planet Poppy? Appreciate you being here. Andre said, I enjoyed every DCU. I've enjoyed everything DCU has put out so far, including Peacemaker and Creature Commandos. Yeah, I didn't watch Peacemaker, didn't watch Creature Commandos, so I can't speak on them. All I can say about them is they're not my cup of tea. That's not what I'm looking for. So, where's my super suit? Yeah, where's the damn super suit? Last of Us is dope. Show forgot about that one. Yeah. What is today? Y'all trying to raise vegetarians? No, I'm not brother. I'm not upset. I like it. It's fun. I like it. And I really do hope Lanterns is great. I'm not rooting against Lanterns, nor am I rooting against the DCU. I want the DCU to be mad successful, because if it's mad successful, then I get superhero content, possibly, that I like. As of right now, we're talking Jimmy Olsen. We've said Peacemaker. We've said Creature Commandos. We've talked about who else are we talking about right now? With the Lanterns, John's big. Hal's big. Those are the only 2 other big ones. But we're talking about, he hasn't brought it up in a while, but Batmite, Sergeant Rock, these type of characters, Booster Gold. No one said anything about Diana. No one has said anything about Arthur Curry. No one has said a word about Bruce. We ain't brought up shit about the Flash. Nobody has said anything about Jean. Hell, nothing. But we're all gun-ho, getting ready to go follow Jimmy as he tracks Gorilla Grodd. This Clayface poster looks cool. Waiting for the trailer. Yeah, it comes out at 2 p.m. my time, so I'm waiting for it as well. Loki would be more popular for sure. Yeah, of course. Of course it would. You want to know why it would be more popular? Because you advertise a super. So and again, the advertisement is key too. I didn't put that in the story, the little scenario. If I advertised a group of people come see a superhero, 2 trailers for a superhero show, yeah, of course they'd go for Loki, because I advertise a superhero show. And if I showed them the trailer for Lanterns and I showed them a juxtaposed to the trailer for Loki, they'd be like, well, one of those is a superhero show and one's not. So we're going to go with the one that's a superhero show because that's what was advertised. And they'd be like, sorry, audience, you're wrong. They're both superhero shows. The audience would be like, huh? They're both superhero shows? But there was no superheroing in that. Don't know, but they're both superhero shows. Of course they'd go for Loki. Lawrence, Chill is not up there to paid him, LOL, so the chat is doing it. Let's see. Lawrence said, it looks like a True Detective meets Supernatural. We have to give it the same energy as Wonder Man. Yeah. Battery said, Wonder Man was pretty damn good. Marvel loves hearing that one. Battery said, I hear aliens will appear in the show. I'm not worried about lanterns. Let's see. Let's see exactly what was said about that. I forget what he said. Let's see. Lanterns showrunner talks about cosmic stuff. This is from October. Possible spoilers. All right. Lanterns isn't heading in the direction many fans expected. Rather than taking place in the cosmos, it will be grounded, true detective-inspired adventure on Earth, and perhaps even passing of the torch from Hal to his Sector 2814 replacement, John Stewart. It's been widely reported that Kyle Chandler has only signed up to star in Lanterns, meaning he could be a one and done in the DCU. For many fans, the spotlight being put on John is long overdue. For others, this is doing Hal and his story arc a major disservice. Don't care about that next part. One thing this is what they said. I guess I do have to care about that. Those familiar with the comics will know how differently Hal and John's approach situations. The latter Green Lantern's constructs are typically inspired by either his time in the military or his work as an architect. And this trend is now, so I didn't need to read that. I didn't need to read that at all, actually. One thing we attacked from the beginning was that the Green Lantern's powers. A lot of it is based in creativity, showrunner Chris Mundy explained. To manifest things from the Lantern's ring, you got to manifest something from your brain, but also kind of from your soul. What does that look like? What does it feel like? Don't know. Haven't seen it yet. But again, it's just a trailer. So, of course, we're not going to see it. Maybe you say, of course. Maybe they show something with it. I don't know. A fist to make something. I mean, even in the Superman trailer, we got to see and you want to know something? I'm not saying that we're not going to see the ring do things in the trailer, in the show. We probably will. But the reason they probably this will be confirmed for me if there is a second trailer and they still don't. The reason they probably haven't shown them using the power of the ring or doing something with the ring in the trailer is probably because they're not going to do that until like probably episode 8, 9, 10, maybe. Maybe the last 3 episodes, if that, maybe the last 2, or maybe just the last 1. This is a formula we've seen before from TV shows and things like that, and blah, blah, blah. And maybe not HBO Max, but hey, we've seen it before. So I'm just running with that, what we've seen before. So maybe they don't use it until then. And maybe that's why they haven't shown it, because it's like, well, why would we put the one time they use the fucking ring in the trailer? But I digress, because we don't know. I imagine it's not much different than bringing a sculptor or a painter. And okay, what the fuck? What's happening in the show? Is there cosmic shit or is there not? We know how the ring works. The Lantern showrunner continued. John was a Marine, blah, 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 blah. We talked a lot about how being a blah, 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 teasing. Blah, blah, blah. No, I don't see anything about that. Okay, hold on. Let's see. What does this say? Lantern showrunner Chris Mundy and key creatives had teased that while the HBO series is grounded in Earth-based detective story, it will heavily feature cosmic elements, focusing on the creative and soulful nature of the Green Lantern construct. Elements. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Tom King says, although Lanterns features cosmic characters, it aims to engage with the audience on a real world level. I can stop there. We can be done on a real world level. He said, Damon, Chris, and I came with a lot of love for the material, and we wanted to do what I've always done in comics, which is take these original creations and show why they're still relevant today and why they can speak to both the audience and the issues of everything we're dealing with. He added, it feels like the DC Renaissance. We're at the beginning of creating an entirely brilliant world. I was not trying to do that. He didn't. Where did you see cosmic characters? He didn't say cosmic characters. Did I read that? I didn't read cosmic characters. Let me go back. Let me pull that back up. Oh yeah, he said features cosmic characters. Okay, he did say features cosmic characters. Yeah, but again, when is this? When is this? Is this the last episode? Is this and when he says features cosmic characters, I know Sinestro's in it. I'm aware of that. I'm aware of that. I'm aware of Sinestro being in it. So if that's the cosmic character that you're talking about, that he's talking about, rather. Yeah, it just seems like it's going to be grounded. That's where they seem to have put their roots in this. That it's going to be they want this to be grounded. He said it's going to have some elements of cosmic stuff. Let me see if I can trying to find what he said about the cosmic shit. No. And Guy Gardner is also in it, isn't he? This is a story of a couple of Green Lanterns, John Stewart and Hal Jordan. We have a few other lanterns peppered in there, but this is really a terrestrial. This is really a terrestrial-based TV show, which is almost like True Detective with a couple of Green Lanterns who are space cops watching over Earth, and in it they discover a terrifying mystery that lies on our larger story, or into our largest story of the DCU. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So that's Lanterns. That's what it is. There's no spoilers to give. There are no spoilers to give, Arthur. You don't have to worry about it, brother. There's nothing to spoil right now. He said, "There you go, cosmic characters. What else do you want, Darius?" Hey, I just want superhero. That's what I want. I want superhero. Would have been better if this was I just want superhero. I'm not gonna go in. I don't know how. This is the last thing I'm gonna say about DC because we're about to move on. I don't know how it's complicated to understand exactly what I'm wanting from the DCU. I don't know how. I want the guys. I want the dudes. I want the main guys. That's what I want. And I want them doing stuff. I want them doing superhero shit that actually looks like if I was to open a comic and see it. That's what I want. That's what I want. However, I digress. Still doesn't look good to me. They have some work to do for me. Let's move on with another thing that doesn't look good to me, and that is the Mandalorian and Grogu. Mandalorian and Grogu has absolutely nothing to do with the wider story of what is going on in the Star Wars story they are setting up with Thrawn. There will be nothing that leads to Thrawn. There will be no hints of Thrawn. There will be nothing that leads into, I don't know, maybe Ahsoka or anything like that. This is just a one-off story where him and Grogu are doing some fuck-off shit, and it just doesn't matter. So that's all this is. Let's see what this clip is. Now, again, as I said the other day when we talked about The Mandalorian and Grogu, I'm still not excited for the movie, but I was pleasantly surprised with the whole thing that they did where they made Rhoda the Hutt young, and which is going to be in the film, which a lot of fans are thinking might be a flashback where they showed the whole Clone Wars deal where Ahsoka and Anakin had to rescue Rhoda from Dooku and take him back to Jabba, or it could just be a thing where he's young with Jabba in the flashback, which I think would be very boring. I think you should try to connect that and have fans be happy with something with that. But they may not. I mean, it'd be a lot to, I guess. They may not. But this doesn't. Well, let's see what this looks like.
Grogu, I need you to go to the control panel. Remember the buttons I told you never to touch? I'm gonna need you to touch them. Look for the ignition relay cutoff. It's next to the fuel differential readout, which is between the pump compression gauge and the primary reserve. No, don't touch the missile battery switch. That's why there's a safety guard on it. Do you see the fuel readout display? Remember I showed you that one? It's on the other side of the manual control surface calibration.
I don't think he knows what he's doing.
That is the Mandalorian and Grogu, Jon Favreau. So, to be honest with you, that's my first time watching this, and it is exactly what I have feared and what I have been saying about the whole. It's going to be a cute fest. That's all it is. There's no new ground being broken with Grogu here. He's not going to speak. He's not going to do anything that we haven't already seen him do in the first 3 seasons of the Mandalorian and Grogu. He's still doing the cutesy shit. No, not that one. Don't touch that one. Oh, this one. Boom. Oh, he almost blew us up again. Oh, no, not that one. He's so cute. He's going to kill us all. That's not. Don't do that. The whole thing we saw with him and Sigourney Weaver, where she was forced pulling something to him and she stopped it and looked at, yeah, that's all it is. It's a cute adventure. It's a cute adventure where Embo's involved, and we haven't seen Rhoda since 2008, and now he's involved, and it's going to be a cute thing where it's a buddy cop deal with him, Rhoda, Grogu, and they are stopping Imperial remnants around the galaxy that are fractioned from the Empire. That's all it is. That's what this is. Nothing more. Jon Favreau said he wanted to capture the essence of Star Wars when he saw it as a kid and things like that. Yeah, this is, and not to say that this film can't do that or won't do that, but this could have gone to Disney Plus. You could have gone ahead and did your 4th season or whatever you were going to do, because this ties into nothing. This ties into nothing. And that's fine too. Not everything always has to tie into everything, but it doesn't tie into the wider story here. They're just doing stuff. There's no consequences. There are no consequences in this. There are no consequences, because as I said with Chill the other day, I know a lot of other people were talking about it as well, that Mando might die. I don't even believe that anymore. I don't believe Mando was going to die, because there's no consequences in this film. They still need Mando for the Filoniverse shit, when they all team up to fight Thrawn, or however the fuck that's gonna look. So yeah, no, this more of the same. Yeah, I guess this is what he was talking about when he's talking about development part, because this is more of the same. Man, I just really wish they broke ground.
I need you to go to the control panel. Remember the buttons I told you never to touch? I'm going to need you to touch them. Look for the ignition relay cutoff. It's next to the fuel differential readout, which is between the pump compression gauge and the primary reserve. No, don't touch the missile battery switch. That's why there's a safety guard on it. Do you see the fuel readout display? Remember I showed you that one? It's on the other side of the manual control surface calibration.
I don't think he knows what he's doing.
That is the Mandalorian and Grogu, Jon Favreau.
Grogu, I need you to go to the control panel. Remember the buttons I told you never to touch? I'm going to need you to touch them. Look for the ignition relay cutoff.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm just confused also with Grogu's aging process, or maybe it's just his species. Maybe the species all grows and ages differently. Maybe it's because he had the traumatic experience he had at the Jedi Temple is the reason he's not speaking or growing or doing anything else. Only reason I say that, Grogu's 50. Okay? Grogu is 50. Yoda became a youngling at age 60. Grogu is currently a youngling, or was. There is no temple, no Jedi, no nothing, so he's just Grogu now. Yoda became a youngling at 60 and a Jedi Master at 100. So either he's on the spectrum, or he's really traumatized, because there's no way He should not be speaking. There's no way he should not be doing things like there's no, and again, I don't know how the species works because we don't know anything about the species. But I'm lost. I'm lost. I don't know why he's touching buttons and can't speak and doing. Yeah, so I'm still in the same place with the Mandalorian and Grogu that I have been in. I still do not think I mean, I don't know if I'm seeing this in theaters yet, or if I'm watching this at home, or if I'm gonna. I don't know. But not this one was another one I'm not looking forward to. Planet Poppy said he's nonverbal. Yeah, just man, it's gotta be something's going on. Like I said, Yoda was a Jedi Master at 100 years old. He's a Jedi Master at 100. So I just don't know. I just don't know what's wrong with him. But yeah, but to Andre up there, back to the DC thing, and I'm gonna address this too from super chat from Lawrence that I'm very much appreciative of. He said, "So let Gunn cook, so we can deliver that to you." I'll tell you what, brother. When Gunn starts cooking with the right materials, I'll let Gunn cook. But when I walk into the kitchen and I see Gorilla Grodd over there with no flash, and I see Jimmy over there with his notepad, and it's a show about him, and I see whispers over there about Sergeant Rock, and I'm hearing more through the grapevine about Batmite and all these, then I don't want to eat in that kitchen. That's not a kitchen I want to eat in. So when you got Superman on the table, when you got Bruce out there, you got Diana, you got Arthur, you got the Flash, you've got Steel, you've got the Atom, when you've got those guys on the table, hell, I'll pull up a seat and I'll sit down, I'll let the nigga cook. But until then, I'm gonna starve. Thank you, Lawrence, for that. He said towards the Michael snacks. Appreciate it, because 2 tickets was $45. Jesus. Great seats, though. Great seats. Let's see. Andor continues to age better and better. You know, I bet you Andor's better than this. I haven't seen Andor. I tapped out after the 2nd episode, but you know, I bet you it is. NYC, yeah. Antonio Film said Grogu should have stayed with Luke, and they could have done a Luke growing the Jedi again. Yeah, he should have stayed with Luke. He should have stayed with Luke. This movie should not exist because he should be with Luke. I agree. Eugene said I have my tickets, but I'm not enthusiastic. I don't even have my tickets yet. Like I said, I haven't decided. Remember, Darius, Star Wars is directed toward 10-year-olds boys. Always keep that in the back of your mind. Okay. This is why I have my issue with that, though. Like, yes, I'm not going against the maker because he's the maker. What he says goes. If he says I'm gearing this toward 10-year-old boys, I'm gearing it toward 10-year-old boys. However, other ages, 10-year-old plus, we'll put that plus on there. It's like if you pick up a Lego box, this is 4+ or whatever. For age consumption. So I'm in that plus range on after the 10. And when I'm watching Maul Shadow Lords, I don't complain. And yes, that can be geared toward 10-year-olds, but it is so Star Wars. That's really all I can give it. Shadow Lords is so ridiculously Star Wars. It's so good. It is so fucking good. From the having you on the edge of your seat, the suspense, the lightsaber fighting, the force using, the dialogue, the planets, the people and the aliens involved, the current thing going on, seeing that Star Destroyer ascend over Janix as all those Republic gunships came out. Then you had you heard over the intercom, the Empire is bro. Star Wars. It's Star Wars. It's so fucking good. It's so good. So yeah, it's geared toward 10-year-olds and stuff like that. But they gear it toward 10-year-olds. They use that excuse when shit ain't good, when shit's not that good. They like to say, "Oh, remember, this is for 10-year-olds, so you adults, if you don't like it." But that's no. Yeah, you're right. It's geared toward 10-year-olds, but they use that whenever, again, shit ain't good. They said that with Acolyte. Hey, all you guys are complaining. This is for the kids. It's for kids. For kids. If Acolyte would have been the smash hit they wanted it to be, you would have never heard that line come out of anybody's mouth. You would have never heard anybody say, "This is for the kids." You would have never heard it. They wouldn't have said it because it was good. It would have been good. But anytime they deliver you slopping shit, they like to tell you, "Hey, shut your mouth. This is for kids." Grogu just slow. Yeah, he is. Not verbal. Antonio said, or producers and writers reaching for Groot cute. Yeah, well, that's why he went back with Luke, because they were like, well, yeah, if he's not with the Mandalorian and we can't really sell him, and we hate Luke over here, like over Lucasfilm under the Kathleen Kennedy regime, we hated the fuck out of him. So there was no way we were going to send him back with Luke and then make Luke merchandise. Absolutely not. No, people would love that. So no. Grogu first got the same IQ as a brick. Yeah, he's got to, because he's not. I'm seeing that the intelligence stops at Yoda. Like Bubble B, voice box keeps getting wrecked. Let's see. Battery said, "Gun just got there." Oh, God. Oh, my God. This shit is so fucking. Oh, shit is so annoying. So frustrating. God damn. Oh, it's so frustrating. All right. Gun just got there. Darius, this is why you must become an A-lister or get a Regal pass. I do need to do the Regal pass, because Regal's where I go. So I need to get a Regal pass. Thank you. I am too fly Cam for that. Said Andor was too peak for Disney Star Wars. A mistake. Like I said, I give them praises on that Mothma speech. That Mothma speech was fire. It's great. Yeah, it's adult. It's good. It is. I can't wait to go to. Yeah. I can't wait for her to turn. Man, can't wait for it. You can see it already. The turns. I'll tell you what, though, since I can finally talk about it now, that shit with Marok was great. Great. He's got this. I always forget what it's called. He's got the same ability as Cal Kestis and Quinlan Voss, where he can, through the Force, see what has transpired. See what has transpired somewhere. And that is, I didn't even know Marok could do that. I think he looks badass with the cape. Never seen him with the cape. The cape is peak on it. It looks so good on him. How he was kind of like when he walked in to the site where Lawson fought Maul and he was forcing the stuff out of the way. Right, bro, Marok has probably easily become one of my favorite Inquisitors. Him, the Crow. I think it's the 13th sister. I think she's the big one. Yeah, and the Grand Inquisitor. Marok is great. He looks great. Looks great. Maul is amazing. People say anime is for kids, but if they actually watch anime, it's very much adult content. Yeah. Culture Mate said, LOL, Darius, come on, man, stop stepping on people's hope. Lauren said his contract is up next year if they don't renew. Poogie Wood, thank you for that. Very, very generous. Very generous. I appreciate that very much. Very, very much. Thank you guys. All of you that have sent those. Thank you. And you guys chatting. Appreciate it. having you guys here. Dwayne said what Gunn is trying to do is different, but he's picking the wrong characters. That's it. That's it. That is it. I just, let's see. Let's see. I don't know how hard it is to do this minus Jessica. And I would even say minus Zatanna. And put John here. Put Arthur here. Or if you just need a magic user and you don't want to do Arthur because who really gives a fuck about Aquaman, you could put Dr. Fate there. But see, when my vision of DC, this is my vision here. I'd even take this roster. I'd take this roster. If Gunn came out today and said, boom, I'd be like, you know what? It ain't ideal, but fuck it. It ain't Jimmy. I'll take it. It ain't ideal, but it ain't Jimmy. I'll take it. But he's not doing that. He's talking about Jimmy and talking about other obscure characters that no one gives a flying fucking shit about. So if this was it, yeah, bro, you'd never hear me. You'd only hear me gush about DC. You'd never hear me say shit. But it's a simple fact that we're negating these people. I would have never in my life of lives picked up a DC comic or consumed DC shit if I picked it up the very first time and it centered and started with Jimmy Olsen. I'd be like, what? Mom, never get me another one of these comics again. Never. Because I don't even know why I'm following this reporter. If you started here, I wouldn't say shit. I'd be on y'all's side. I'd be like, oh, no, let him cook. Darius, you think Gunn will pull the DC big three, then reference the others, hopefully? I hope so. I hope we've got Batman now. Or Batman, sorry. We've got Superman now. Don't know when the fuck we're getting Batman or if Pattinson's Batman's going to end up being Batman or what it's going to be. I mean, we don't know anything. We don't know anything about the big guys. And here comes the Gun Defenders. Darius, Wonder Woman has probably been cast. He's literally making the follow-up for Superman right now. Why the rush? Because I'm aging myself. And I've said this before, but I have to repeat a lot of things. I'll say it again. If this were Gunn doing this during the Infinity War era, I would not say a word. I wouldn't say a word. I'd be like, and I understand that there's two different studios, but I've been burned so much. And two different studios. I've been burned by one studio. I've been burned so much that I'm no longer interested in these obscure characters in their shows. If you would have told me after Infinity War, after Endgame, that we were getting a Jimmy Woo show, I would have been like, huh? But hey, I'm watching because I was so deep in it. I cared about consuming everything. I cared about all the connections and making sure I knew how everything operated. But I got burned by that because you started doing obscure characters that nobody gave a fuck about. And not only did we not give a fuck about them, you failed to make us give a fuck about them. Moon Knight was shit. Hawkeye show was shit. Falcon Winter Soldier was shit. I could go on with the shit list. So because I've been burned so much by that shit, doesn't matter if it's a different studio or not, I'm an individual, as I've said before. I don't touch ovens twice. I don't care whose oven it is. I don't touch ovens twice. Once I've been burned once, I move my hand. So therefore, I'm not interested in consuming content That is not superhero content when you're advertising superhero content. I don't care about Jimmy Olsen in a universe where there are literal gods. I don't care about Wonder Man because he did. If Wonder Man would have been a superpowered show, I probably would have liked it. I might have liked it. But because he broke a table and broke Trevor out of jail and flew off to God knows what the fuck where, White Vision shit, I don't care. I don't care. I just don't care. Give me a show where superpowered shit is happening, where powers are being used, where the superheroes are doing stuff like we read in the comics. That is what I care about. That's what I want to see. And again, I don't know how we are wrapping our brains around that, but that's what I want to see. That's it. That's it. You want to fuck off with Jimmy? By all means, fuck off with Jimmy. I don't want to. And I'm not going to. I didn't consume Penguin, even though I heard it was fantastic. I didn't consume Peacemaker, and I won't. I'm not sniffing around Creature fucking Commandos season 1 or 2, and I won't. Just not interested. Arthur, that is great, my man. That's great, brother. Again, they reached someone. They Marvel, you achieved what you set out to do. Good job. Wonder Man was good. But I understand Disney Plus PTSD. I don't think Wonder Man was good. And again, it's not Disney Plus PTSD. That's not what it is. I consume Maul religiously, weekly, and it's been great. I'm enjoying it. I'm counting down. I hate this. I guess this is where I need to be. At the end of each episode with Maul, I hate it. I hate that that the episode is ended because it's like, fuck, I've got one episode left. Then I gotta wait a whole week till I get to watch more. I haven't felt that with a Marvel show. Since Loki, maybe? And I'm not there. I wouldn't be there I wasn't there with Wonder Man. Actually, with Wonder Man, I was watching it in one, and I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not being facetious. I'm being dead ass. I was watching it on my phone and I kept clicking the screen to see how much time was left. I kept thinking to myself, okay, in the next episode, there's gonna be some, fighting powers. We're gonna get into the shit. No, we never did. We never did. So that was bothersome. That was bothersome. Bothersome. Again, that's just not for me. That's where I am with it. That's just where I am with it. And you guys are going to hear me say that from here on out until things change. That's where I am with it. I'm not interested in shows like that. Trust me, if Maul was just Maul, I don't know, walking around, never, if Maul was bland and never, no lightsabers, no nothing, I'd be like, what the fuck is this shit? If Maul was Skeleton Crew, it's not hard. It's not hard to understand. It's not hard to understand. But there's nothing you have to say. There's nothing to say. There's nothing to say. It's not up to you. It's not up to you. It's up to them. It's up to them. I just need better shit. That's it. That's it. That's all. That's all. What the fuck? All right. So anyway, yeah, I've heard Penguin was great. I've heard this season of Daredevil is even good. I'm just not. I'm just. Again, I guess I'm so fatigued. I don't care. I've heard it's good. I've not heard anything bad about this season. I haven't. I just don't care. I just don't care. I watched a little bit of your season 1 and you made me not care. So I now do not care. I do not even care if Luke Cage is there. I will see a clip of it online. I'm not going to go consume the entire episode to watch Luke Cage. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I saw even Jessica. I saw her clip online. Didn't need to watch that episode. I saw the clip. It's fine. It's fine. Cool. Jessica's back. Boom. Let's get to Doomsday. Pluto said, but Darius, I think your stance is exactly what James said about his DC. You care about the big characters like Superman shit, so watch the big character stuff. Only one. But for people who want more, we'll do this lower budget, creative driven stuff for people who want it all. So don't feel obligated. And again, that's okay. If that's the business model that he wants to run on, cool. We'll see how sustainable it is. If that's the business model he wants to run on, because I don't know anyone, because the last part there where you said, but for the people that will do low budget, for people that don't want it, driven stuff for people who want it all. So don't feel obligated. So, hey, I don't know anyone though. And correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know anyone that in this lifetime or another would have said, I wonder if James Gunn's gonna do a Jimmy Olsen show. That'd be fire. I don't know anyone checking for that. Anyone that's even the people that I guess are not checking for. I don't know who's not checking for the Justice League, but hey, everybody has their likes and dislikes. Antonio said, I realized I was never into Daredevil, always felt Law and Order with an occasional fight. Daredevil season 2 is great so far. It feels like they are setting something up. This is coming from someone who isn't happy with the MCU. Yeah, and like I said, and like I told you guys, I'm not. I've heard nothing but I'm just so depleted, and I just don't care unless it's Doomsday. Now Vision Quest I'll be watching because that folds into the wider Wanda Maximoff, WandaVision, Agatha stuff that I actually do care about. So I'll be watching Vision Quest. I'm watching the Punisher special. I'm watching Vision Quest. But I'm not checking for, and I'm based off of season 1. I'll be watching season 2 of X-Men 97. But I'm not watching the season of Daredevil. I'm just not. I have zero desire to turn it on. And I'm just really trying to get to Doomsday. That's all. I want to get to Doomsday and Spider-Man 2. But I want to get to Doomsday. Wolverine said, Darius, it's a cool channel called Nerd Science. They had a Justice League versus the Viltrumites. Wonder Woman got killed in the beginning of the fight too. Bullshit. This Wonder Woman got, now granted these aren't Viltrumites, but Diana is Diana. Where the fuck is that shit at? I know I liked it. Diana is Diana. You saw the fear. They all knew they was about to get their asses whooped. Let's see. Doomsday will make or break the MCU for most people. Chi-Town said, the worst thing about James being in power is that he is using the studio to create opportunities for characters we didn't want at all. Meanwhile, he can use the characters we love, but he won't. Yeah, he could. He could for sure, but won't. Or hasn't yet. Won't say won't because he hasn't yet. But yeah, so the only other thing on the docket for today, before we get out of here, was this little picture here. they're claiming that this is the first look at Sadie Sink as Jean Grey. Alex of the Cosmic Circus is the one confirming this, saying, "Ha ha 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 ha." Now y'all see why I said she's Typhoid Mary. And before anyone says, but the Gemini logo, the picture is real. What you're seeing here is a picture that was re-enhanced using Gemini and had clearly been passed around lots of resolution with each pass. He also said something else here. Hold on. He said, the reading comprehension of some of these people replies out of this world, where he said, this is this. And then people wonder why I do less and less of these sort of things. The discourse is stale and fans are entitled and disrespectful, and a great percentage of overall people don't like me. But guess who's the first person they check on when something comes out to collaborate it? Oh, okay. I see Alex kind of flexing a little bit. Yeah, so that's the first look. The first look here is let me go back. This one. I guess if this is real, Alex says it's real. So hey, what do you guys think? You think it's real? You think it's not? What do you think of the look? I mean, Sadie Sink will be Jean Grey. I'm still confused what the fuck she's doing in this movie, but I'm also not all keyed in on the entire plot of Brand New Day. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It is what it is. I really don't have any thought on the picture. I mean, does she look like Jean? I mean, she just looks like some regular old chick, but again, she's probably not in costume. She probably won't get the costume until whenever. But I doubt she even I mean, I don't know where she is at this stage in her life. Does she know Professor X? Does she know Scott? Has she I don't know. I don't know how they're doing the mutants in the MCU. But talking about the wig. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't look, I don't really have much to say on it. I know that it just looks like Arthur said, it looks rough. Looks rough. Looks rough. But like he says, I guess it's been re-enhanced and passed around a lot. So the resolution has been depleted from it and gone away. She does look homeless. She does look homeless. And maybe that's the thing. Maybe maybe we're gonna learn something about mutants in this. Mutants have been running. We know that the black dude, what's his name? Blanking on his name. He's playing William Metzer, who is the mutant hater. So, and he's supposedly the one that Damage Control has always been, I guess, a mutant thing, and they're hunting mutants. And I guess rumor wise, they already have some mutants in custody, and they are after Sadie Sink's Jean Grey. So maybe she's dressed and looks that way because she is homeless. Maybe she's living on the streets because she's running. I really don't know how they're doing the mutants in the MCU. But this is, I guess, going to be our first interaction outside of Kamala Khan with a mutant. So yes, Tillman. Thank you. Tillman. He's playing William Metzer. And he is going to be he's a mutant. He's hunting mutants, mutant hater. I guess that's supposed to be revealed in the film. I mean, again, I don't know. Josh over at Dinner Nerds is the one that's real big on this being Jean Grey, which I believe it is. It is Jean, and then the whole of how it makes sense. I still don't know how it makes sense with her being in Brand New Day, but we'll find out. We'll find out. I think they confirm that she's Famke's Jean? Didn't they say that? Hold on. Not Marvel, but the scoopers. Let me see if this is right from. Based on March 2026 reports, Sadie Sink is reportedly cast as the Marvel Cinematic Universe MCU version of Jean Grey, which is not the same character or continuity as the X-Men movie. She is rumored to debut in Spider-Man Brand New Day, features a new visual, blah, 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 blah. So she's not the same one as Famke's, but she is you know how all the different how does it work? The whole where they can see and like when Strange would dream, he would see Defender Strange's. He saw America because he saw her through Defender Strange. I don't remember. I don't remember what Josh was talking about with it. It was something like that. Nor do I really care because I'm just like I'm really just want to see how they're making this work with her being Jean in the movie, and how much are they even leaning into mutant stuff in that. Let's see. And they said, I don't think it's Jean. It makes zero sense because one has Spider-Man. When has Spider-Man ever connected with the X-Men? I feel Marvel is just too horny mutant into Spider-Man. Trying to shoehorn mutants into Spider-Man. Well, Spider-Man has interacted with the X-Men before. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know. There was people saying Typhoid Mary. There were people saying, the main thing is Jean. I don't know who she is. I don't know. But do I think she's Jean? I do think she's Jean, but I don't know who she is. NYC said, you guys are frying me with the wig. Tyler Perry comments. So wait, is Namor a mutant? Is Namor not a mutant? Let me see if I remember around that time of Wakanda Forever, that was a question, and I think they confirmed that he was. Let me make sure. Yeah, he was officially confirmed as a mutant by Marvel Cinematic Universe, specifically. Yeah. So he was confirmed to be a mutant. Her being Jean still doesn't gel with me. I don't get it. But yeah, I think she's Jean. I just don't get why. Pluto said, I feel you, but this ain't. Oh, sorry, not to me. Key. No, they're making shit up at this point. I'm talking to Pluto. Shottown said, I think I got it now. We haven't seen the mutants in the MCU because they're all homeless. Could be. Maybe they're running. I don't know. I have my ass up 100% of the general audience wise. It's talking to NYC. He said, for me, it would make more sense to introduce Bobby Drake, Iceman. Yeah. Firestar is considered a mutant, is she not? Anthony said he is the oldest mutant in the MCU as of now. He's been around since the Spanish conquered Mexico. Why would we get Jean before Charles? That's so stupid. Yeah. Dirty Joker said, why didn't Kevin just use the multiverse or the snap? Why didn't they do a lot of things with the snap? They could have utilized that snap way more than they did. Way more than they did. But see, now, because it's all failed, they're going back to the snap. Now they're going back to Endgame. I will be seeing Endgame. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna. I'll probably go see Endgame in theaters in September. I'll probably go see it in theaters in September, just to experience whatever the new scenes are going to be at the end are in theaters with a crowd of Marvel fans. So I'll probably see it in theaters. But it is coming in September, and they're going to add the new stuff that's going to tie into Doomsday. So. But this will be the next big movie, is Spider-Man. So that's our first apparent look at Jean. Again, I have nothing really to say about that other than what everybody else is saying. She does look homeless. I'm not understanding why Jean is in Spider-Man. But we will see. We will see. And the very last thing here is, I guess, Star Wars, Lucasfilm is trying to do a 2D animated Star Wars show. This is coming from Daniel RPK. He just nothing on it. There's no report from Lucasfilm themselves or anything like that. He just said that they are trying to do a 2D animated Star Wars show, which I would be for because I love 2D animation, and it just takes me back to when I was in 5th grade when this came out. I was in the 5th grade because this geared us up and got us ready for Revenge of the Sith, which they changed a shit ton of. I like the whole inhibitor chip in the clones thing. I like the change. It doesn't bother me. Do I like the original story also? Yes, I also like the original story, but the inhibitor chip thing doesn't really bother me at all. I really like that story. I like the original one too, but this was when they changed everything. This was before, so like this was what we saw of Grievous before the coughing, before Windu crushed his windpipe and had him coughing all the time on asthma, and had him asthma and all that kind of stuff. But this brings me back to no. We got to keep pausing because obviously we can't just play that. One thing that this reminds me of, or not reminds me of, that's so cool about this is Grievous beat the shit out of them. This was when I think they realized, Lucasfilm, we made him entirely too powerful, so we need to scale back. Because they made Grievous OP in this, and I loved it. I wish they would have kept him this way. He was great, but he did this without even bringing out his other 2 arms. Now, these are Jedi Masters, too. This is Ayla Secura, Kiadi Mundi. I think Shak T is there. You have Masters or Jedi that sit on the council. First time seeing Grievous. This is their first time seeing Grievous. Now, this is not Grievous's first time doing something against the Republic. Grievous was also involved during the Clone War. He was there on Geonosis. However, Grievous was not on the battlefield of Geonosis where all the Jedi were. With the droids when the clones showed up. In the first battle of Geonosis, as they go to the bigger battlefield instead of the arena, when the rest of the Jedi show up, they, as you know, Geonosis has catacombs where the bugs, live and flow through the bowels and things of Geonosis. Grievous was there. Grievous was in the catacombs of Geonosis taking out clone troopers because they did send clones in the catacombs to kill the bugs. And the way the clones described it was just like, it was this Grievous, this version of Grievous that was going through killing clones in the catacombs. So that was the first time that they had any knowledge of Grievous, was then. But I wish they would have kept Grievous. Gotta pause. This was good, bro. This was so good. I forget the creator's name that did the 2D animation, Star Wars Clone Wars. He was originally the one that they pitched the newer Clone Wars to. He was going to helm that, but ended up going a different direction. That was Shak T. Or not Shak T. Ayla Secura, he just fucking flung through the fucking roof. I like this scene too. This is Shak T was like, "Hey, Kiadi, you gotta help me because he's about to kill me."
Hurry!
See, I was always confused on that part. I don't know if Grievous used the Force there or if Shakti forced herself away from Grievous so he couldn't. I don't know, because he obviously doesn't have the Force unless during that time they gave it to him, but I don't think so. But yeah, no, this was great, bro. This was great. So when I think 2D, I think I always come back to this. He was toying with them. He has 4 arms. He currently has all 4. He is toying with them. So yeah, I always wanted to see this fight concluded also. You know how they kind of end it. They just yeah, bro, that's great. Great. So yeah, I really would like them to if we're doing 2D, let's bring Dude back, have him do that. That would be great. That'd be great. So yeah, that's really the news today. There is nothing else going on. The Clayface trailer is going to drop at 2 or 3 Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. my time. So check that out. We'll be talking about that tomorrow. Tomorrow's also Pantheon, so we'll definitely, I'm sure, be talking about it during the Pantheon stream. I will possibly go live this evening after I view Michael. If I do not, then I'll give my Michael review tomorrow during the show. But I do see it at 7, so there are some things I have to go take care of before then. So I'm going to go ahead and get on out. Appreciate every single one of you guys hanging out today. She loves fantasy. Yes, you kind of missed earlier, but it's okay. It's all right. We appreciate you showing up. And everybody else, appreciate the super chats from Lawrence, I Am Too Fly Cam, Pookie Wood. Appreciate you guys so very much. Very generous. Appreciate everybody hanging out in the chat and just talking with me. Very generous of you guys. Again, I am going to, this is every day. Quick note, Chill and I were supposed to do the afternoon woke up yesterday, but I don't know what happened to him. So this is why I do live streams every day by myself now. Not to say I still won't do them with Chill every day. If he's available and wants to do them, I will. But this is why I go live. I'm back to doing it, this way, because I want to make sure that I'm coming live every day, and I want to make sure I'm giving content every day, because this is what I want to do. I don't want to do anything else. I want to do this, preferably. This be it. So yeah. So whoa. I say every day: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, not Saturday and Sunday, unless some crazy shit's popping off on the weekend where it causes me to have to go live. But yeah, Chill's all right. He's good. He was at the comic shop yesterday making content, so check him out. Check out his content that he was making. I don't know what it was over, if it was over the Dakotaverse stuff or not, but you can check it out. He's good, though. He's here. We still do the afternoon woke up. It's just sometimes Chill is not always the best on communication. So, but I'm live again tomorrow morning, and then I'm live tomorrow afternoon for Pantheon, and then I'm live again on Friday. So I'll check you guys out then. I'll be looking for my Michael review if it's this evening. If not, again tomorrow morning, and I will see you guys all later. Like, subscribe. Let's hope DC turns it around. Piss some people off one more time. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
Thank you for being a friend. Oh, yeah. Travel down the road and back again. Hey, so we started from the bottom, now we're here, girl. Oh, yeah. This is my part right here. Ooh, hallelujah.